Hi guys, today on Divas Can Cook, we are making this moist and fluffy banana sour cream cake. We're gonna finish it off with the best cream cheese glaze, and y'all, this texture, look at this texture right here. It's perfect, it's so perfect. Y'all ready? Let's go. Okay, dry ingredients first. I have some flour in a bowl. I'm going to add in my sugar. Normally, I don't do sugar and flour together, but this recipe is kind of different. Okay, so we have some baking powder going in, and then we're going to add in a little bit of salt. Dump that salt right on in there. Okay, and now for the secret ingredient, banana cream pudding. Yep, the instant pudding. This is going to keep our cake yellow because I didn't want my cake to be the color of banana bread. I want a yellow cake and I want it to have lots of banana flavor. So that pudding is the trick and it makes it so moist. I love it. Go ahead and just whisk this all around. Get everything combined. And girl, you know you should have used a bigger bowl. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking. Y'all know how I am. A little small bowl. Okay, we're going to move along here to our wet ingredients. I have my 2 eggs going into the bowl. And I'm going to add 1 egg yolk to kind of bump up that yellow coloring in this cake a little bit. I'm going to add in some melted butter. And then I'm going to mix this all around, get it combined, and then next we're going to add in our sour cream. Bananas and sour cream go hand in hand. It's just the flavors go well together and it really makes a moist cake. How many times can I say moist in this video? I know some people just hate that word. They're always like, oh my God, don't say the word moist. But I mean, what other word can you use? I can't think of any other word you can use to describe the texture of moist. Can somebody help me out? I don't know. Anyway, I added my milk. Y'all saw that going in. Now I'm going to add in some vanilla extract, okay? And then I'm going to add in some fresh banana because even though we use that banana pudding mix, we still want to add in a lot of fresh banana because it just makes it taste great. Mix that all around just like that. Looking good. And now we're just going to add our dry ingredients into our wet ingredients. Do it a little bit at a time, okay? I got a little bit impatient, just dumped it all in there. Try to do it a little bit at a time. It makes the mixing much more easier for you. And just go ahead and mix it on up until that flour is well combined. You don't see any flour. You don't want to see any flour in there, so mix it up really well. This batter is pretty thin. Normally my cake batters are so thick and fluffy, but this one right here is pretty thin because, man, we did add a lot of milk to this cake, and that milk is going to give us that fluffiness that we need for this cake so that it's not soggy and dense, because sometimes a lot of banana sour cream cakes can be kind of dense. We want fluffy, so we're going to add lots of milk so we can have lots of steam and all that good stuff. Okay, so go ahead and pour this into your prepared pan. Go ahead and give it a shake and a pop and a twerk, all that good stuff. Get all that air out of there and get it nice and level. We're going to bake this cake. Pop it into your oven, 350 for about 55 to 60 minutes. And when it comes out of the oven, go ahead and place it on a cooling rack. Let that pan cool down. Once that pan has cooled down a bit, you can go ahead and just flip it over. Say a prayer, child. Please say a prayer because I hate whenever it like tears. So say a little prayer. Hopefully you grease and flour your pan well and it will come out so luscious and beautiful and golden. Let it cool off completely. Meanwhile, let's make our cream cheese frosting, our glaze. I got some cream cheese and butter going into a bowl. I'm gonna mix this all around until the cream cheese and butter becomes one. And then you're gonna add in our powdered sugar. Mix that on in just like that. And then we're gonna add in our milk. Just enough milk to get like a, pourable glaze texture. Do it a little bit at a time, okay? Really do it a little bit at a time. You want this to be nice and fluffy, but you also want it to be thin enough so you can pour it on your cake. I mean, you can also use a knife and just frost the cake, but I like to pour it on because y'all know, honey, I cannot frost no cake. I added some vanilla extract. This is the texture I'm talking about. You see that? It's nice and thick still, but you can still pour it on. It's gonna glaze that cake so beautifully. Look at that. Like really, all you gotta do is just pour it on, let go, and let God, honey. It will frost itself. This is my kind of frosting right here, okay? My kind of frosting, so easy. I had to mess with it. I couldn't just leave it alone. Child, leave it alone. Okay, let that frosting just run on down. It will self-glaze. Let it firm up a little bit because it is cream cheese frosting. It will firm up a little bit. You can place it in the fridge if you need it to, firm up quicker. I went ahead and let it sit for a bit, then I put it in the fridge. Then I placed it on like my cake stand, okay? And then I sprinkle on some pecans. You can use pecans, walnuts, you can use cookie pieces, just to kind of, make it look prettier. It's kind of plain, make it look pretty. All right, so I popped it in the fridge and now the icing is nice and firm, nice cream cheese, frosting. So I'm going to go ahead and serve it on up. And y'all, this texture is everything. It makes me so happy. This texture makes me so happy because I love it when a cake is kind of dense, but then still light and fluffy. And this texture, yeah, this is my favorite texture of all times. And normally I'm not a fan of adding, pudding mix in cakes and stuff because it gives it an artificial taste, even though I like the texture that pudding gives it. But the ticket, y'all, was adding that pudding and adding that fresh banana, so you just have that fresh banana taste. Y'all, you gotta try it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, and check out my other videos. Later.